in England. Here, we're going to look at some rock formations and tide pools and see what kind of creatures call this place home. To learn about how tide pools form, we first have to understand how tides work. When you have tides, you have high tide, which is when the water level is high, and you have low tide, which is when it is low. Right now, we are at low tide. If it were high tide, we would be underwater. Now, tides work and are controlled by the moon. So high tide occurs when the moon is either right above our heads or on the opposite side of the earth. Now, what happens is the moon's gravity pulls the ocean's water towards it, and this causes the water level where the moon is to rise. Now, if the moon is halfway between our side of the earth and the opposite side of the earth, that's when you get low tides. Now, a low tide occurs because the moon's gravity is not pulling the water towards it. Therefore, the water level is low. So tide pools are formed on rocky coasts when the high tide comes in and fills up this whole area with water. During low tide, water remains in these pools, which creates a tide pool type of habitat. These are refilled twice a day when the high tide comes in, and then the low tide goes back out. Algae is one of the most common types of organisms in tide pools. There's three main types: red, brown, and green. In this small pool here, we have all three of them. Let's take a closer look and see how these wonderful organisms can survive in such a harsh environment. Let's go into the tide pool and take a look at marine algae, or better known as seaweed. Algae tend to live in shallow coastal areas. These creatures survive by producing their own food through photosynthesis, just like plants do. However, algae are not plants because they do not have flowers or seeds, and they also don't have root structures. Instead, algae fasten onto the rocks or to the seafloor with a special holdfast. This allows for algae to anchor onto surfaces and stay in place, helping them survive the wavy tide pool environment. Algae also have gas-filled structures on their blades, which are the bits that resemble leaves, to help them float. Floating allows for the algae to extend towards the sunlight, which is required for photosynthesis. Algae is very important in tide pool environments because it provides food and shelter for all sorts of other animals. We've also heard some rumors that there's a lot of jellyfish in these tide pools around here. Let's go take a closer look and see if we can find some. Yeah. Go down. Jellyfish are free-swimming sea creatures that lack any sort of internal structure. In fact, they have no heart, brain, bones, and are made of 97% water. There are many different varieties of jellyfish. We've spotted 2 on our trip. While the top of jellyfish is generally safe to touch, the tentacles, or the stringy end bits that they use to catch food, can be poisonous. Many species of jellyfish are filter feeders. Mussels, which are shellfish commonly anchored on tide pool rocks, are also filter feeders. You'll notice that their shells are closed during low tide, which prevents them from drying out. Now, we're going to head all the way over to California with Becca to see what's living in the tide pools over there. Hey crew, this is Becca here. We're here at the gorgeous Pacific Ocean.